guys, it's me Sam. Welcome back to another video on my channel. As you guys might know, I am involved with gymnastics and I just started gymnastics last year, which I am super proud of because I feel like I've always wanted to do gymnastics, but I never got around to it. I did it when I was little. Apparently I told my parents I hated it, so they pulled me out of it. But last summer and within the past few years that I was doing dance, I really found that I enjoyed gymnastics, and I've always liked doing cartwheels and flips and that kind of stuff. So I decided to join gymnastics last year just in a recreational type class. It's been a year. I've made improvements. I am constantly working towards goals and new skills and that kind of stuff. So I thought, since it's just been a year anniversary of me starting gymnastics, that I would share it with you guys. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a different type of video, but I'm really excited to put more gymnastics-ish content on my channel within the next few weeks. So I'm so excited to be able to show you that, and maybe some stuff from meets and competitions. So I'm super excited to show you guys that side of my life and that kind of area that I'm into. So yeah, without further ado, this is my gymnastics journey from a year in. I started last year in September 2016-2017. I was in grade 10. I think I was 14 years old when I started, and I mean, usually kids start when they're 3, or maybe even the latest that kids start gymnastics, especially competitive gymnastics, is like in age 6. So I started a little later, just a bit, than most kids do and than most gymnasts and athletes do. I started when I was 14, September 2016, 2017, that kind of year. So I started in September. I was doing recreational gymnastics for an hour and a half a week, and that was it. Some days on Wednesdays, because my rec class would be on a Wednesday, and sometimes I'd stay for the extra hour and a half after at drop-in. I did get a few injuries, nothing too serious, but I did give myself a black eye because I'm clumsy, and I did a really high dive roll. It's like you jump really high up in the air, you land on the ground, and you do a somersault. That's basically what it is. Except we were doing it over this high pile of mats, and I pulled too hard when I did my somersault when I was on the ground, and then my knee hit my eye, so I got a black eye. I mean, nothing too major, obviously. It is a bit darker though on this side, which I found, which is a bit weird, but I mean, what can you do? I gave myself a black eye. It's okay. I wish I had a bit of a cooler story though, because, you know, showing up to school the next day and being like, hey guys, I have a purple blotch on my face, and then they'd be like, oh my god, how'd you get your black eye? Did you get into a fight? I'm like, no, I actually kneed myself in the face. And then in January of 2017, awesome, I rolled my ankle and I sprained my ankle. So I had a pretty bad sprain. I don't know if there's different stages or different classes of sprains, but mine was pretty bad. I was on crutches for the first few days. I literally couldn't move my ankle, couldn't put weight on my ankle. I just stopped using my brace actually. After 9 months, I just stopped using my brace. I forgot my brace the other day, and I just said, you know what, I might as well, because if I never do it now, I'm always gonna be nervous and anxious about what if I roll my ankle again. So I've started to train without my ankle brace, because I was always just too scared that I'm gonna re-roll it and re-injure it. So I am being careful around that, but I did sprain my ankle. I was on crutches for a few days at school, probably about a week, I think, on crutches, and then I was limping pretty much for about a month, I'd say. Can't put full pressure on it yet. Started walking. I obviously really wanted to go back to gymnastics, so that was really upsetting because I was so close to getting a few skills, and I was so happy, and then I rolled my ankle. Of course, it was 5 minutes before the end of drop-in. I stayed for drop-in. I did a front flip into a foam pit, and I sprained my ankle in the foam pit. It's not like it was dangerous. It was a really good flip. But when I landed in the pit, I guess my feet hit the ground because I'm 5'6½", and usually gymnasts aren't that tall, and the pit was really shallow. I hit the ground, and it was my left foot, but basically my foot was like this, and this is where my leg is, so I guess it's like that, and it went like that. So it went completely on my side. I stood there for a second because I was in so much shock. I was probably stood there in the pit for about 3 minutes, and then I started crying, and I couldn't figure out what had happened, and I was trying to process it all. So I got out of the foam pit. Luckily there were coaches and stuff, so they helped me out. I went to a few different clinics. I got myself a brace, which I mentioned I just stopped using recently. Yeah, but besides that, I've been working towards some really solid skills and working on that kind of stuff. Within the first few months, and up to where I got my ankle, I was doing pretty well. I had a few skills on the trampoline. I had a front flip, I had a front handspring. I don't have any back skills currently, so I'm still working towards a back handspring on the trampoline and a back tuck onto the trampoline, just because I haven't had that much experience. I got my full turn on beam within the first session, so like in rec class. A few other things, a few other miscellaneous things. I'm still working towards a whole bunch of skills, obviously, because I've only been in the program, or like gymnastics itself, for only a year. I'm super excited now because I got actually accepted into the interclub program, which isn't like the USAG or the USA Gymnastics kind of program. It's not that level of competition, which Canada also follows. So I am not up there yet. It's more of like a house team, that kind of style. So it's like moving at your own pace, like there's not so much competition, I guess, yeah. But I am in the interclub competitive program. Still competitive because we do go to meets and that kind of stuff. It's just not competitive within other people. It's more of like competitive within yourself. Yeah, I think it's just a thing that they do like in BC or maybe in Canada. I haven't really heard too much. It's kind of similar to Excel, except I'm pretty sure in Excel in the States there is more like a guideline of what skills you have to be a certain level. So it's not quite like that, but I feel like that might be the most similar program in the States that is more well known. They actually just placed me into interclub. I'm not quite sure how that worked, but they said that one of the coaches recommended me to interclub, and then I was placed onto the team. They recommended that I did the summer training, so I did both classes of summer training. It was 4 hours a week. Not that much, obviously, but it was 2 hours on Mondays, 2 hours on Thursday. It was over the summer. That was super awesome because I got to meet a few of the girls who are also in the interclub program, not necessarily on my team this year, but just a few of the girls and getting used to that interclub kind of training style. So super excited about that. It was 4 hours a week. I accomplished a few things actually over the summer. I did do my first back handspring with 2 spots actually. I did it like down like an incline mat. I did my first back handspring. That was pretty cool. Just to get the feel of that and that kind of stuff. After my first summer class, I seriously couldn't walk properly for 3 days. All my muscles were so sore, and I actually feel like that all the time now, which is awesome because I'm, you know, gaining more muscle and getting more strength to be able to do these cool skills. I also had a huge block for my front handspring vault. I couldn't do it every time I ran up to it. I could always do it on, we have a fast track, and then it had like a smaller type vault, not necessarily like a normal vault. It's like a mat vault type of thing, and I started getting used to it, and I slowly and gradually went up to the front handspring vault because I just couldn't do it. Like I knew I could, but mentally I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to actually go over the vault, put my hands down and flip over the vault, you know, like you're supposed to. Even though I knew I could, even though my coaches knew I could. I just never really did that until this summer, and I was so excited because I just went for it. And I was super excited because before I just put my hands down, wouldn't be able to do it. I'd like literally slide over the vault. I have so many videos. I can insert one here.
Sam!
Yeah, so that was what I looked like before, and now I can do front handspring vaults, and like I'm totally okay with it. A front handspring vault on July 17th, like a front handspring half off vault on July 21st. I was so excited to do that. I got my front handspring vault. I think that's like, so far in like my gymnastics journey necessarily, I'm pretty sure that's the most, the one thing that I was most proud of doing was that front handspring vault, because I had a mad block on that. Like that, I had that block, that mental block, for probably 9 months basically since I started, and I finally did it over the summer, so I'm so excited for that. And I'm like training vault now, and I can actually have a vault. I'm still working on a whole bunch of bars skills though, which really sucks because as of right now I don't have a routine. For bars, like I physically can't have a routine because I don't have a pullover or a kickover. So that is the real issue here, and I'm so close. And same thing with like a backbend kickover. I'm so close, but I just can't yet, so I'm really working towards it. And now I'm in interclub, and I got my sizing date, so now I'm gonna get a leotard, and I'm gonna have a competition Leo, and I'm gonna have warm-ups, and I'm gonna have a team. This group of girls are honestly so solid. They're so sweet. I go to school with one of them, and she seems so sweet as well. I cannot wait for this season. I am so excited to be able to share it with you guys and to share it with everybody because I'm so excited. And that's my gymnastics journey from a year in. That's basically all the highlights from this year. Obviously there were a whole bunch of lowlights like my black eye and my ankle, but that was my gymnastics journey for a year in. Only a year, guys, and I am improving and still improving, but I've improved so much from when I started last year. Like, I'm so excited. I've gotten so much stronger. I've gained so many new skills. I'm still working hard towards it. So excited. So yeah, I kind of just sat down and blurbed to the camera, and I let you guys know how I'm doing with gymnastics. I felt like I needed to make this video for me, just to like recap on everything this year, gymnastics wise. I thought that you guys might like it too. So here it is. Here's the video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content from me, especially gymnastics stuff. Even though I do love makeup and like lifestyle beauty guru type stuff, which I will still do. Meet season is coming up, so I'm gonna be posting some gymnastics meet videos, which a meet is like a competition. Super excited for that, so I get to share those videos with you guys. Yeah, don't forget to check out all my social media. It's on the screen and down below. I also have a gymnastics account, so check that out. It's at Samantha's Gymnastics. I started it up over the summer just to track my progress and that kind of stuff, so you guys can check that out. I'll leave the direct link in the description below, but it's at Samantha's Gymnastics on Instagram. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great day. I love you guys. Bye.